friends. I'm very happy to be with you for this session and still happier in fact to welcome you to this session. And as I have already told you, I'm not happy to call this a session because a session brings to mind usual classroom where the teacher dominates. The teacher is there and gives you rules and gives you homework and whatnot. In short, it becomes a pain. But these classes, if you call them classes, will never be of that type. We'll just have a pleasurable time, an easy time where you and me will be, shall I use the word chat? Yes, chatting. Means very informal and we enjoy it. So I'm confident that I'll be able to do that. And I'm sure you also can do it very well, especially when you think of our ultimate aim. You remember that? It's communication. In this globalized world, people are traveling abroad quite often in search of, you may say, prosperity. But otherwise, to put it in more words, you can say to get a job or to make money or whatever. Anyway, it's far from a pressure. It's more a pleasure. So I hope and I believe that our classes also will be like that. Now, before we proceed to the actually what we want to talk about, discuss in this class, before that, let's have a quick look at what we have been doing in the previous class. Do you remember what I have been doing? What we have been talking about? I think if my memory is correct, I think we've been talking about greeting people, and we saw how we greet people, the common ways, etc., etc. And now in this class, let's talk about introducing people. People means who? Maybe yourself. You introduce yourself to someone who doesn't know you, or you introduce a friend of yours to somebody else, or maybe you introduce your friend to your father, and the other way also, you introduce your father to that person. So this is again very, very easy because we do it in our everyday life. You introduce people, first let's look at how to introduce yourself. How do you introduce? You just say who you are, what you are doing. For example, suppose I am a student in Holy Angels Convent. Then you say who you are, your name first. I am Renu and I am a student at Holy Angels Convent doing my third grade in a very small class, but I have my likes and dislikes. The subject that I like most is English. So I think when I go on to do my degree, I think most probably I'll be opting for that. Anything else? No, that's all. So these are the different ways in which you introduce it. Then one thing that you have to bear in mind during such introductions is that you should mention the person you are addressing first. That is the person you are talking to, and the last yourself. That is, you are showing respect to the person because that is the person who are there in front of you. So you first and last comes you. For example, suppose you are introducing your friend Meera to your daddy. Then you mention Meera first because she is right there. So Meera, and then meet my daddy. See, daddy as second, and then yourself last, myself last. So also the other way, daddy, you are introducing daddy to Meera. Then you say daddy, you address him first, and then meet my friend Meera. So you come the very last. So that's the way. So that's it. Then, as I always tell you, there is nothing difficult about this. For you and me, these are occasions or situations which are there in our day-to-day lives. So you can hardly call it actual practice. It's a pleasure. It's very easy. So I wish you all the best to do it so that it becomes part and parcel, and when the occasion comes you can easily, readily make use of it. So until then, bye bye, a happy time practicing, if you call it practicing. Bye, cheerio.